Hello and welcome back to The Invitation. My name is Lenora Rousseau. It will be my joy and my privilege to guide you through this gentle yin yoga practice. We will be looking at the scripture and the reflective work around reclaiming joy. And I'll be anchoring our time in the Isaiah passage, which provides this beautiful imagery and prophecy that the Messiah then later fulfills. But in Isaiah's words, we see all that gets weak and downtrodden, strengthened from the inside outward. And we see that which has become barren and desolate, springing forth with new life. Joy is not just an excitement or an exuberance that comes with a fleeting moment of those peak mountaintop experiences in our life. Joy is a spiritual force. It is the strength of the Lord that is actually woven into the fabric of our being. We were created in God's image. We bear God's image in the world. And when we go through our everyday, ordinary lives and we experience difficult and challenging times, when we experience loss and grief, injustice and woundings, the weight that we carry can begin to feel like a very heavy burden. We can also sense that we're going through life as though a cloud is hovering over us, a barrier between us and those we share life with, something that keeps us from being able to fully engage in the present moment because we're still carrying all that we've been through. I hope that this practice will be an opportunity for you to let joy to be reclaimed within the territories in your body, mind, heart, and spirit that have become barren, desolate, bound up, or stuck. We'll work through opportunities to open and release tension in the low body, as well as continuing to open that heart space encounters the way fear and trauma can make us curl in and protect ourselves. As always, make sure that you're mindful. Let the movement feel good on your body. It's not always a pleasant sensation when we're letting go of tension. So when I say let it feel good, let it feel healing. But you shouldn't have to be pushing through pain at any point. You can always back off, and if a shape isn't serving you, you can come back to a seated pose and simply be with your breath at any time. Or you can choose a different pose that was serving you from earlier in this practice or a different practice we've embarked on in the last couple of weeks. A few things that will help you in your journey will be a set of blocks or sturdy books, whether you're on the earth or in the chair, along with a blanket and a bolster should you choose. I won't be using the bolster so much today in the practice, but you're always welcome to reach for it if that's a softer surface than the blocks might be for you. So all that being said, may you reclaim joy within yourself today as we move and breathe together. We'll begin in easy seated, and I'll meet you there. As you come to easy seated, remember that this can be anything that you need it to be. Maybe it's cross-legged if you're sitting on the floor. Maybe you're reaching for a block or a bolster and placing it underneath the hips to create length for the spine. Or if you're seated in your chair, let both feet become grounded on the earth. Let your legs rest parallel in the hip sockets. And wherever you're finding yourself, know that you can always shift and change your position at any time. Begin as you settle in by rocking back and forth on the sit bones until they feel equally held and balanced in this space. Let the spine grow long. Feel your shoulders roll back and down, letting go of some of the weariness and despair, sorrow, or fear. Find a place for your hands to be today. Maybe that's on your lap, face down, or palms up. Maybe it's on your knees or by your side. There's no right or wrong. But as you come to this practice today, notice what your instincts were. Did you place the hands down in a posture of letting go? Or did you open the palms in a posture of receiving? There's no right or wrong. Trust how you arrived is where your body would like you to begin. And as you enter into that space, know that you can always change that position. When you're ready, as you feel safe, begin to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Let your whole self start to arrive here in this moment for this practice. Feeling the sensations of the points of contact you're making with the earth or the chair beneath you. Perhaps tune in and notice the temperature of the air against your skin. And then begin to watch and notice your inhale and exhale. Letting the breath anchor you here in the present moment. Watch as you breathe in, receiving life-giving energy. And watch as you exhale, sending life-giving energy back to the earth around you. As you inhale, perhaps trace the breath and notice the sensations that accompany the opening and expanding, beginning in the throat and into the ribs. And watch as you let go, where your body is softening and letting go. When you're ready, there's no rush. We'll begin to deepen the breath, engaging the diaphragm. Inhale through the nose as you're able. Expand into the upper back, opening up the space in front and behind your heart. And then send the breath away. A slow, steady letting go. Draw the navel to the spine, helping you sit tall from tailbone to crown. Breathe in again as you're ready. Expand even deeper with the breath if you can, opening from the middle back through the upper back into the collarbones and even the throat. And then release, watching the right and left side body soften. Once more, a full life-giving breath in. Expand into the low back through the middle and upper as you're able. A complete breath. Then release the breath, navel to spine, let it all go. Continue to breathe in fully and exhale completely as you start to check in. Tune in first with the body. Scan from head to toe and notice what sensations you feel and where. No judgment. Just observing where the body's holding tension, where it feels tired or sore, where it feels good. And pay particular attention to any places that are healing from past or present injuries. Trust your body to guide you through the practice. Stop at the first points of resistance and just notice as we're in shapes for longer periods of time, if the invitation is to go deeper or to back off. And as we're scanning, notice the places within your body that feel barren, stuck, in need of life-giving joy. Let every breath be an opportunity to reclaim the territories within your internal landscape. Reclaiming the ways that joy can bring new life out of the wilderness, out of the desolation. And then do the same for the mind and the heart, and just notice what you're bringing with you to this practice. Is your mind still lingering on conversations or to-do lists? Is it caught up in wondering when we'll start moving? No right or wrong. Our mind was created to think thoughts. Some of those thoughts are helpful. Some of them are just habit. As you observe the thoughts, let them come and go, not judging them per se. but noticing what helps you reclaim joy, that undercurrent that strengthens you, and what keeps you bound up in despair, fear, anger, bitterness, or resentment. And how might you release those thoughts? Breath by breath, moment by moment. Same with the emotions. Emotions come and go. They often reflect the nature and texture of our thoughts. Without judgment, notice the thoughts that help bring you to life, that help bring you to strength inside and out. And perhaps give yourself permission to let the other emotions simply go. Emotions have a life cycle of approximately 2 minutes. What keeps them lingering and lasting is the thoughts that we have and the ways that we focus or ruminate. Place your attention on the Lord, on the work that God is doing within you to reclaim joy. And allow everything else to be carried by the Lord, redeemed by the Lord. Then take a moment to check in with your own spirit. How is it with your soul as you come to this practice? Where are you experiencing joy? Joy that strengthens, joy that heals, joy that dreams new dreams and is willing to hope again. Joy that leads to shalom. And where do you need that joy to show up for you? Consider the ways that your practice will help you create space for joy to meet you where you need it, for joy to be born anew. And as you consider all of those things, I will anchor our time in Isaiah, as I had said. I'll read again from the Message, as I often do. And as I read these words, allow your whole being to just listen and notice what resonates for you. Wilderness and desert will sing joyously. The ballads will celebrate and flower, like the crocus in spring bursting into blossom, a symphony of song and color. God's resplendent glory, fully on display. God awesome, God majestic. Energize the limp hands, strengthen the rubbery knees. Tell tearful souls, courage, take heart. God is here, right here, on His way to putting things right and redress all wrongs. He's on His way. He will save you. Blind eyes will be opened, deaf ears unstopped. Lame men and women will leap like deer. The voiceless break into song. Springs of water will burst out into the wilderness, streams flowing in the desert. Hot sands will become a cool oasis, thirsty ground a splashing fountain. Every lowly jackal will have water to drink, and barren grasslands flourish richly. There will be a highway called the Holy Road. It's for God's people. They'll sing as they make their way home to Zion, unfading halos of joy encircling their heads, welcomed home with gifts of joy and gladness. All sorrows and sighs scurry into the night. What beautiful imagery of the ways in which we will follow the holy road that leads to joy that is genuine and unforced. Joy that strengthens and brings to life that which was desolate. joy that creates space for flourishing. As you let all of these words soak into your being, and you notice what's resonating for you, hear now these words of the Holy Spirit. Return, beloved one, to the joy that rises where sorrow once lived. The healing grace of God rekindling your capacity to feel, to delight, and to blossom in the very places that once felt barren within you. As you let all of these words soak into your soul, allow yourself to set an intention for your time. How will you choose to dedicate the moments that we'll share together, the moments that you have here with Christ? As you set that intention, let it be anchored in prayer, and I'll join you in a moment. God of flourishing and blossoming life, we lift this time to you. May joy meet us where we need it most, and help us to reclaim the territory within us and around us, making us vessels where joy flows in and through our lives. Not a joy that's manufactured, but a joy that comes from deep within the very bones that you have created, within the core of who we are. A joy that strengthens us. A joy that paves a way for us to live a life free from fear, letting go of despair and sorrow. We create space for joy to begin again. Lead us, Lord, into the places where you long to meet us. Help us, give us the courage to meet you there. And as we do, bring healing. Open our eyes and our hearts to see and hear the ways that you are at work within us and in the world. And strengthen us as we wait for your coming return, that moment when all will be made new. Keep us from harm, and as we move and breathe, may it glorify you. We lift all of this to you. In Jesus' name, amen. Go ahead and open your eyes, reacquaint yourself with the space around you, and we'll move to our first shape. Before we enter that shape, give yourself a moment to get rid of stale energy. You can extend legs, maybe even use your hands to work out anything that feels stuck or stale. Circle ankles, and then as you're ready, we'll shift to straddle pose. In our straddle pose or dragon pose, whichever you prefer to call it, you can send both legs out to the side. The knees can stay as bent as you need or extended. Don't worry about how far wide they go. Just let the body find its most organic, authentic space and meet yourself there. If you're in a chair, begin to sit tall. Perhaps sit back and explore placing your feet or calves on blocks or books or pillows. If that doesn't feel comfortable, go ahead and let the knees and legs extend out as bent or as straight as feels right to you. As you come to this space, whatever feels like it's going to support you here, bring your hands by your side, palms facing up. Inhale, sweep wide, gathering in joy, perhaps gaze up to the space between your hands. And on the exhale, gently rotate towards the right leg. Let the hands come to rest by your side or on your thigh, either way. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, begin to lean the heart out over the right leg, walking the hands out and stopping at the first point of resistance. Meet yourself there with a deep breath in as you lengthen. Both sit bones still grounded on the surface beneath you. Begin to lean the heart space forward. Maybe there's an invitation to go a little deeper. We'll do this once more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let the heart be your guide. And stop where the tension point is just right for you. A place where you can release while still staying completely present to the breath. If you're losing the capacity to breathe deeply, you're going too far. As you soften into this space, if you're on the earth, it might help to bring some blocks over on the high side or long side, placing elbows on either. Wherever you find yourself, let the head hang heavy. That will help us counter the instinctive nature to protect ourselves when we get into these deep stretch postures. And as you begin to settle in, shoulders rounding towards the earth, let the upper body bring healing and health for the low body as it hangs heavy over the leg. Inhale. Begin to notice where sensations are arising for you. We have external rotation, and this is a deep stretch for both hip and hamstring. You may be feeling it on the right side of the body, or maybe for you, the sensations are coming up on the left side. No right or wrong. Just watch as the body starts to let go of all that it's held on to. Creating space for joy to meet you here. Breathe in, letting that work of joy be gentle and genuine. Soften as you exhale out. We'll stay here for 3 more rounds of the breath. Collective inhale before we shift. Full breath in. Opening into low back, middle, and upper as you're able. Let the breath go, navel to spine. Then breathe in and float the gaze forward. Use your hands to help bring your spine back to neutral. Take your time and give yourself a moment to arrive, bringing the shoulders back to a neutral space. Eyes opened or closed. Take a moment and just notice the sensations you feel. Breathe in. Exhale, let go. And then we'll begin to do the same thing for the other side. Bring palms out by your side, facing up. Inhale, sweep wide. Gaze up between your hands if that's comfortable for you. And then exhale, gently rotate towards the left leg. Let your hands come to rest on the earth or your thigh. Inhale and lengthen wherever you are. Exhale, gently and slowly lean the heart space out over the left leg, adjusting on this side, the knee bent or straight. As you meet yourself here in that first point of resistance, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, let the breath go and gently notice if the body invites you to go any deeper. Once more, breathe in, both sit bones grounded on the surface beneath you. Let the breath go and begin to find that deepest point on this side of the body that feels just right to you. Again, you can bring the blocks over on the high side or the long side to rest the elbows or head on. Or perhaps just let gravity be your guide. Head bowing heavy at the base, with the shoulders round towards the earth. Let gravity start to peel away the layers of tension that you've been holding on to. Breathe in. Exhale, let go. And notice on this side, where is the body taking you? It might be the same as the other side. It's probably different. We tend to hold tension in our body differently based on the everyday ordinary activities that we go through. And so just observe and notice where you can let go on this side. Remember to use your breath as your guide. Full inhale. Slow, steady exhale. And we'll stay here on this side in stillness and quiet for 3 more rounds. Inhale before we transition, opening into the low back, middle, and upper as you're able. Let the breath go. Then inhale, float the gaze forward. Use your hands to gently bring the spine back up, and then shift back to neutral space. Eyes opened or closed, take a moment, breathe in. Exhale and let go, slow and steady. Open the eyes and we'll begin to shift forward. Take your time, there's no rush. Inhale and lengthen the spine to start. On the exhale, begin to walk the hands forward. You can rest on the chair, on the surface beneath you. You can also reach for blocks underneath you if you're in the chair. Meet yourself at the first point of resistance and lengthen the spine. Full inhale. Let the breath go and notice. Is there an invitation to go deeper, back off, or stay right where you are? We'll do one more round of the breath here, lengthening the spine as much as you can. Exhale, soften into the space. And if you're on the earth and you've not yet reached for blocks, feel free. You can go long side or high side, allowing the elbows to rest in this space, or perhaps stacking those blocks to support the forehead here. Notice what will allow you to be in this shape and use as little energy as you can to be here. As you soften in, let the head bow down. Let the shoulders round. Begin to notice where the body's letting go. Perhaps it's on one side more than the other. Perhaps it's equal. Just notice and then take a deep breath in, welcoming the breath and joy where you need it. Exhale and soften, letting go of the heaviness and tension. As we're here in this shape, you may find that the body opens more and more. There's no right or wrong way for this shape to look, but if you find that it would help you to reach the arms out in front of you, opening the heart space, feel free to give that a try. Or perhaps, depending on the openness of your own hips, if the torso wants to rest on the earth, perhaps explore sending the arms out to the side. Full inhale. Slow, steady exhale. And we'll stay in stillness and quiet for 3 more rounds. Inhale before we transition, opening into the low back, middle, and upper as you're able. Let the breath go. Begin to inhale and send the gaze forward. Lift the torso back up to neutral space with the breath out. Take your time. And the legs were out for a while, so maybe perhaps use your hands to guide those legs back together. Take a moment for organic movement, anything that you need to let go, any stale or stagnant energy. And then let's sit tall for a moment, legs bent or extended, eyes opened or closed. Breathe in. Exhale out, and just notice what you feel and where now. If eyes are closed, begin to open. Inhale and bend the knees in. If you're on the earth, let them fall to one side. And then sweep the arms around to the front side of the surface you're on and lift your hips. Coming into tabletop position, our fingers are spread wide underneath our shoulders. Knees are directly underneath your hips. If you're in the chair, come back to a seated position, feet grounded beneath you, legs parallel, hands resting on the thighs and spine long. Give yourself a moment to arrive and lengthen the spine from tailbone to crown. Full breath in. Exhale, navel to spine, slow, steady breath out, feeling the points of contact you're making with the surface beneath you. Bringing gentle movement to the spine, fluid and slow. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, float the gaze forward. Float the tailbone up as much as feels comfortable to you. Exhale, curl high into the spine or keep the spine neutral if that's more safe for your spine. Chin to the heart space. Stretch through the shoulder blades as you're able and let go of tension. Inhale. Let your breath be your guide, opening and expanding the heart space, extending where you're able. As you release the breath, let tension and despair, bitterness and fear, resentment, let it all fall away. 2 more times, deep breath in as you open to receive all that you need. Let the breath go. Let go of what you no longer need to carry. And last time, a full life-giving breath in, letting joy move within you. Exhale out. Let it all go. Come back to neutral space. Lengthen the spine. Full breath in. Then exhale. Shift over to the left hand. Inhale as you feel grounded and begin to lift up the right arm. Gaze up as it's comfortable for you. And then exhale, thread that arm underneath till you can come to rest towards the earth. If making it all the way to the earth is not comfortable for you, try bringing a block over or 2, one for the head and one for the shoulder to rest on, to bring the earth to meet you. You can also just adjust this in the chair so you're only resting that arm through as far as feels right to you. Maybe you're lifted, maybe the head is resting on the earth or your thigh. And as you settle in here, take a breath in. Slow, steady breath out. And just notice if where you are is a great place to stay, then stay. Otherwise, you can explore reaching the left arm out over the head, maybe gazing up under the shoulder for a little more rotation. Or if you feel like there's room to go even deeper, lift up the left arm and gently let it fold behind the back, meeting yourself wherever feels right to you. Eyes opened or closed. Breathe in. Let the tension and breath melt away with a slow, steady exhale. Heart spiraling open towards the Lord. Letting joy move into the spaces that need to be unwound. The knots that we carry within our body, mind, heart, or spirit. The places where we're tied to the past. in unhelpful or unhealthy ways. Fall away from the body here, creating new openness and freedom where you need it most. Breathe in. Exhale, let go. And we'll stay here for 3 more rounds of the breath as you're able. One more inhale. Slow, steady exhale. And then if your hand is elsewhere, go ahead and bring that left hand back by the face. Fingers spread wide underneath your shoulder. Inhale and press back up, returning to tabletop. Take your time and use any organic movement as you arrive. We'll prepare for the other side. And so adjust any way that you need to. If you're finding there's a lot of pressure on the knee joint here, you're welcome to reach for a blanket and place it underneath the knees to soften that space. Arriving here, spine long, deep breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Begin to shift the weight this time towards the right hand. Inhale, lift up the left arm, gaze up as you're able. Exhale, send that left arm underneath the right, coming in to thread the needle on this side, sending that arm through the opposite in your chair, perhaps reaching the head towards the thigh or stopping where it's right for you. Remember, if you're on the earth, you can use some blocks here. One for the shoulder, one for the head, creating an opportunity to support this space for you and bring the earth to you. You can also reach for the bolster if that's more comfortable. As you settle in on this side, let yourself arrive first before shifting and changing. Full breath in. Slow, steady breath out. And without any attachment to what happened on the other side, begin to check in and notice. Maybe where you are is a great place to stay. Or perhaps reach that right arm out long over the head and maybe rotate a little more and gaze under the shoulder. Or if there's room to go even deeper, lift up the right arm. Then let the elbow fold and the arm rest behind your back. Settling in on this side and just noticing where the sensations begin to arise for you. We have a beautiful stretch of the spine and especially into that left shoulder girdle. We carry so much weight in our upper body from all that we endure and go through, all that we survive. Let this be space where joy can bring life to the barren spaces. Heart open to all that God is doing in your life right here in this moment. Breathe in. Slow, steady breath out. And we'll stay here in stillness for 3 more rounds as you're able. A collective breath in before we transition. Full inhale. And an exhale. And again, if that right hand now is anywhere other than by your face, bring it back, fingers spread wide underneath your shoulder. Inhale, press into the earth. And on the breath out, come back to tabletop. Use any organic movement you need now to reset. Our next shape will be one called puppy pose. But before we shift there, I just want to give an option for child's pose as well, in case this will serve you better. You can enter child's pose by simply sending the hips back towards the heels, reaching the arms long and bowing the head down. If you're in a chair, just slide back in your chair and begin to let the heart space melt towards the legs as much as feels right to you. If you're here in tabletop still with me wanting to practice puppy, walk the hands out long in front of you. Let the heart begin to melt down into that space and stop at the first point of resistance. The spine is long here. If you start to feel sensations in the knees, again, you can always draw a blanket over to help support that space, or fold the mat or rug underneath you, or a towel to help soften. If you're in a chair, you can also reach for blocks and extend the arms out, letting them rest on the blocks, creating the same openness in the shoulder girdle and heart space. As you settle in here, you might find, if you're on the earth, it's helpful to bring a block over to rest the head in on the long side or high side. Or you can simply let gravity take over. Eventually, you might find that the head makes contact with the earth and can rest there. As the body opens with time, you might also find that the heart space can come to melt down to the earth, and the chin might rest on the earth. Let the tension fall away. Nothing you need to brace for here. Let renewal, redemption meet you in this space. Heart wide open, noticing the movement of joy within you. Breathe in. Exhale out, let go. And we'll stay here 5 more rounds of the breath as you're able. A collective inhale before we transition. Any final tension melting away with the exhale. And to come out of this shape, gaze forward with a breath in. Gently walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, or simply return the spine back to neutral space, seated in your chair. Take a moment to use any organic movement that you need, and give yourself time to reset in any way that will serve you best. So coming back to tabletop position, take your time, maybe even walk your hands over to the left a little bit to create space for the right leg to come up to meet the right hand. The foot is on the outside of the right hand. You can square off your shoulders. If you're in a chair, begin to send the right knee out to the side of your chair and shift until you can send the left leg back behind you. If you're here on the earth, you can walk the hands forward, walk the foot forward until you go as deep into the back left hip flexor as feels okay for your spine. If you get to this space and it's a little bit too much to have hands on the earth, you can also use blocks to be in this space to lift the torso up and take a little bit of that pressure off. Again, if you feel any tension on the back knee, feel free to slide a blanket over underneath that, or fold the mat or rug on underneath you up to provide some cushion. So coming into our lizard pose here, breathe in as you lengthen. Exhale, soften into this space. We have a deep flexion of that right hip and a little bit of external rotation. While the left hip is doing the opposite, it's a deep extension of the left hip flexor. So we're working the hip joint in opposite directions. This can be a very challenging posture in terms of sensation, so be gentle and kind. You're welcome to stay right where you are. If you feel like you can go deeper, whether you're on the earth or in a chair, lengthen the spine with a breath in. And on the exhale, lean the heart space over, either over the leg in the chair or towards the earth. You might find that bringing some blocks over, starting on the high side to support the elbows, helps you take it a little bit deeper as your heart comes in alignment with the knee. You can always back off if you need to. Inhale and lengthen as you meet yourself where you are. Exhale, notice if there's a room to change the perspective of the blocks or perhaps even bring elbows to the earth. As you begin to settle in, we'll do it one more time. Deep breath in as you lengthen. Exhale, soften in as much as you're able. You can also use blocks in a chair to help support the hands and allow the torso to fully rest on the thigh. Wherever you are, let the head hang heavy towards the earth. As you meet yourself here, how can you allow joy to strengthen you from the inside, not with a brute force, but with a kind, compassionate, gentle undergirding that allows you to be here and find ease. Soften the shoulders a little more, let go of tension in your jaw. Full inhale. Then a slow, steady exhale as you're ready. We'll stay here for 3 more rounds of the breath. One more inhale before we change. Breathe in, opening the low back, middle, and upper now as you're able. Exhale out, slow and steady. And then if your hands are not under your shoulders, go ahead and gently find your way back to hands grounded on the earth. Begin to shift back a little bit. If you're in a chair, come back to a seated position. If you're on the earth, begin to heel toe that right foot all the way across. We're going to come down to pigeon pose or sleeping swan in yin. You can bring a block or a bolster over to rest the hip on if you're here on the earth. If you're there in a chair, just begin to explore crossing over the right foot at the left ankle, or perhaps bringing that left ankle up towards the left thigh and then letting it fall open as much as feels right to you. As you're on the earth, you might find with time that it's okay for you to move the block out of the way. There's no right or wrong. Square off your shoulders wherever you are as much as you can and breathe in. Exhale, let the shoulders drop back and down away from the ears. Another challenging posture, hip opening, heart opening at the moment. Breathe in. Exhale and begin to gently explore leaning the heart space out over that right leg. You can walk the hands forward to meet you there. You can also bring blocks over. If you're on the earth, maybe let the elbows rest on the blocks, helping to support the spine. You can bring blocks underneath the hands if that will support you in pigeon, or just let them rest on the thighs. One more time, deep breath in as you lengthen. Exhale out. If you're on the earth, maybe you find you come to elbows. Let all the breath go as the head begins to hang heavy, shoulders round down to the earth. And soften any way that will serve you. Maybe head is resting on the earth or forearms. Maybe it's elsewhere. Meeting yourself here in a posture of deep release for that right hip. Let joy move into the places that are barren and desolate. Breathe in Exhale, let go. And we'll stay here for 3 more rounds of the breath as you're able. Breathe in, full and expansive. Exhale out. Then inhale and float the gaze forward. Use your hands to bring the spine back up to neutral space. Spread your hands wide underneath your shoulders if you're on the earth, and gently lift the hips, sending that right foot back to meet the left. Knees come underneath your hips and tabletop, and shift and change. Take your time, use whatever organic movement you need. And then we'll gently begin to reset for the other side. No rush. If you're on the earth, maybe walk the hands ever so slightly over to the right. Bring that left foot around and then begin to settle back in, shifting and ebbing and flowing as you need, walking the hands forward and only going as deep into the right hip on the hip flexor as feels okay for you. Remember, you can bring blocks over, bringing the earth a little higher so that you don't have to get quite as deep into that hip joint. No right or wrong, just meet yourself where you need it. If you're in the chair, explore sending that left leg out now and right leg back behind you. And as you come into this space, start with the spine long. Full breath in. Exhale out and begin to notice if there's an invitation to lean the heart space towards that front leg if you're in a chair, or perhaps reach for blocks and come to the elbows on blocks, bringing that heart space in alignment with the left knee. Breathe in as you lengthen. Exhale out. There's no need to go deeper, but if it's okay for your body to explore that today, perhaps you shift the perspective of the blocks. Bring them underneath you for the chair, or perhaps come to elbows on the earth. Take your time to begin to settle in. One more breath in here, full inhale. Exhale, let go. Let the head really bow down. Soften your shoulders and jaw. Often a challenging space to be in for most of us. A place where deep healing can occur. And yet, a mindfulness, compassion is needed so that we don't go too far. Healing happens when it's just the right sweet spot for Christ to meet us, help peel away the tension that's been carried. And when we don't bully our way through that, the healing becomes sustainable. And we start to see real transformation in our life. Letting our healing unfold in its own timing. Breathe in as you meet Christ here in this space. Letting joy work within you. Exhale out. We'll stay here for 3 more rounds of the breath as you're able. Inhale fully before we change. Exhale completely. Then send the gaze forward with a breath in. Use your hands to bring your spine back to a neutral space. And then if you're on the earth, shift the hips back ever so slightly so you can heel toe that left foot all the way across the body. As it comes across the body, it might be helpful to reach for a block or a bolster or a blanket. Slide that underneath where the hip can come to rest on. And then begin to square off your shoulders, extending that right leg behind you. If you're in a chair, go ahead and cross the left foot over the ankle, or perhaps explore bringing up by the knee, letting it unfold wherever is right for you on this side. Wherever you are, begin to square off the shoulders. Breathe in, heart wide open here in this space. Exhale out. And then begin to explore leaning the heart out over that leg. You can use the hands to gently rest on the thighs if you're in the chair, or perhaps reach the hands out in front of you, bending the elbows, or using blocks to rest on the high side or long side. Breathe in and lengthen as you meet yourself wherever that first invitation led you. And then exhale out. Notice if there's an invitation to go a little deeper. We'll do one more exploratory breath in as you lengthen the spine from where you are. And then soften with the breath out. Remember, you can also bring blocks over at any time for the head to rest on. So finding a supportive shape that allows you to begin to settle in. Maybe hands are folded, maybe arms are extended. No right or wrong. As you meet yourself here on this side, breathe in, exhale out, and just watch as the body wisely knows where it needs to let go. Again, not forcing, letting things unfold at the pace that's just right for you. And let joy meet you here in that process. Breathe in, joy washing over you from head to toe. And exhale out, softening into that joy. Letting it reclaim the territories that have felt barren or lost. We'll stay here for 3 more rounds of the breath in quiet stillness as you're able. Collective inhale before we transition. Full breath in. And slow, extended exhale out. And then inhale, send the gaze forward. Use your hands to bring yourself back up to neutral space with the spine, either on the earth or in your chair. If you're on the earth, press into the hands. Send that left leg back to meet the right. And use any organic movement you need as you come into tabletop once more. Take your time. If you're seated in the chair, just go ahead and come back to a neutral seated position. If you're on the earth, go ahead and sweep the feet off to the side. Bring your sit bones back down to the earth. And we'll begin to make our way into supine position. If you're in the chair, just come into that neutral space. We'll be with you in just a moment. If you're on the earth, take your time to roll down one vertebrae at a time. And then reaching for that block so it's right by your hips, bring your hands spread wide towards your heels. Walk the heels in towards your hips as much as you can. Press into the earth with an inhale and lift the hips up just enough to slide the block underneath. As you slide that block underneath, we want to have full support of the hip as much as possible. You can also use a bolster if that would be preferable for you. Begin to settle in, and as you feel balanced and steady, bring the right knee up and then the left towards the chest. Begin to extend the legs up and stop wherever you need so the knees can stay bent or perhaps they fully straighten. You can flex the toes just enough so the legs stay engaged, but if it feels better, you can relax that. If you're in a chair, try placing 2 blocks in front of you. Place your heels on top. Extend your legs as much as feels right to you. And then let your spine grow long and let your hands rest on your thighs. As you arrive in this space, feel the hips supported. Feel the heart space supported. And you can place the hands on the earth by your side, one hand over heart and abdomen. No right or wrong. If you're on the earth, we call this shape waterfall. And just imagine those streams of joy washing over you, whether you're on the earth or in the chair. Joy, streams of living water moving in and through your life, creating a way for new life to be born in the spaces where you thought that was impossible. Letting God's grace move freely and fluidly in your life. Let the streams of water wash away whatever has kept your heart space constricted, your mind stuck, your body bound up. Breathe in. Exhale. Soften. And we'll stay here for 5 more rounds of the breath. Inhale before we transition. Exhale, bring the feet down to the earth. Gently lift the hips up if you're on a block. Bring your feet back to a neutral position in your chair and give yourself a moment to arrive. One last final posture before we shift into Shavasana. Happy baby. So we'll begin by bringing knees to the chest. If you're in a chair, just bring the right knee up first. We'll work on the left in just a moment. You can stay right here and practice right where you are. If it feels better to have the legs close to you, holding onto the back of the thighs, shins, or wrapping the arms. Or if it's okay for your hips and your body, you can let the knees fall out past the rib cage. Flex the feet and send them high to the sky. And then reach for whatever's accessible. Maybe it's big toes, maybe it's the calves, maybe it's the thighs, maybe it's the outside of the feet. There's no right or wrong. As the knees begin to fall towards the earth, you can begin to shift back and forth. If you're in the chair, just take that lifted leg and let it shift in the hip socket. Happy baby is an opportunity to come back to that innocence and gentleness of a child. That space that you inhabited before fear and trauma touched your life. A space to reclaim with joy. Perhaps let a smile come across your face. Deep breath in, slow breath out. And we'll stay here rocking back and forth a few more moments. If you're in the chair, go ahead and lower that right leg down. Lift the left leg up. Notice if it feels better to hold on to the back of the thigh or shin. You can stay still on that left side or begin to rock that hip in the hip socket on this side so that you can free up any of the places that need openness for joy. Just one more round of the breath here. Let it be full and expansive. And then exhale, come back to neutral space. If you were holding onto the feet in happy baby or legs, let them come back to neutral, knees in. If you're in a chair, send both feet to the earth. If you're on the earth, begin to send both legs out. This is a moment where you can begin to settle in and reach for that blanket. It's been waiting for you the whole practice. Go ahead and unfold it and let it cross over the low body and perhaps upper body, whatever feels right to you. Or you can use no blanket at all. It's entirely your choice. But as we prepare for final relaxation, to soak in all the benefits of our practice, allow the surface beneath you to become comforting and supportive. Adjust your low body until it's just right. If you're in a chair, let your hands rest on your thighs. If you're on the earth, let your hands rest by your side. Palms facing up, let the fingers curl in. And then begin to soften your gaze or close your eyes. And let your whole self arrive. All the work you had done is for this moment. An opportunity for your nervous system, your whole body, your whole being to soak in the work that you did, for joy to begin to truly grow deep roots within you and begin blossoming, perhaps in unexpected ways, but in ways that illuminate God's grace in your life, stirring hope and peace and enabling you to feel again, to feel more than the sorrow and despair, anger or resentment, to feel the full spectrum of all the emotions God has given to us. So you begin to settle into this space, reconnect with the breath, breathe in full and deep, release the breath, and notice as you come to stillness, if you can sense the gentle vibration of the breath of your body, the song of joy reverberating within our body, calming our mind and our hearts, soothing and healing our spirit. Breathe in, letting the breath wash over you from head to toe. And exhale out, letting all tension melt away. Feeling the legs rest heavy on the earth, open and surrendered, soft and supple. Feel the hips unbound, the low back softening and pain-free. Feel the upper body relaxed and unguarded, safe and held. Feel the throat soften. Feel your cheeks relax. The space between your eyebrows expand. Feel your head held. And begin to rest into joy. As joy reclaims the inner landscape of your being and blossoms, rest in that joy for a few moments of quiet stillness. You are welcome to stay here as long as you would like to. But if you're ready to conclude your practice with me, begin to bring movement to fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Perhaps gently nod the head back and forth and shift in the legs and upper body. And when you're ready, bring the legs together. Stretch the arms out long overhead and stretch from side to side with a full breath in. Let that breath go, and if you're on the earth, let the knees bend, let the arms come by your side, and gently turn towards your favorite side. Take a moment to let your head rest on the arm beneath you, eyes opened or closed. Breathe in. Exhale, use your free hand and press into the earth, coming back up to a seated position, any easy seated position that may serve you now. Bringing the blanket with you for warmth or setting it aside. Let the spine be long. Let your hands rest wherever it feels right to you now. Soften your gaze or close your eyes and return to the breath. Begin to notice as you check in any new sensations for the body, mind, heart, or spirit. Any shifts or changes. And return to your intention. What did you hear from Scripture? From your time moving and breathing with the Lord? And what will you take with you from the practice that will continue to serve you? As you observe what that was for you and how you dedicated this time, begin to form a new intention. How might you continue to reclaim joy within your own life, within your home and family, your workplace, your community, our world? Until Christ comes again, there is much work to be done. May joy lead the way. May it strengthen you when you grow weary. And may it help bring new life out of barren places. Take a moment and anchor your practice, your new intention, with gratitude. Leaving hands where they are, perhaps bringing them to prayer pose at heart center if that serves you. Maybe bow your head down for a moment. I'll leave some quiet space for you to pray and offer thanks, and then I'll close this in prayer. God of laughter and light, courage and strength, new life, we thank you for the opportunity to have moved and breathed in you, to encounter the Holy Spirit in ways that restored us where we need it most, and for us to create more space for joy to take up residency within us, and guiding us into places where we can be vessels of joy, where we can extend joy in ways that perhaps becomes contagious, not forced or manufactured, but genuine and true. You are the God of miracles. Continue to work a miracle within us and in our world until you come in fullness. I lift up any other thoughts, needs, prayers, or longings of all those who have chosen to participate in this practice. May you meet those needs like only you can. And may joy lead us. It's in your name that we pray. Amen and namaste. May you go in joy. Thank you for joining me. Blessings. Namaste. Thank you for participating in this practice. I hope that has served you well. It is part of the invitation, an embodied trauma-informed journey through Advent. If you're not yet registered for the entire series, please feel free to do so using the QR code on your screen. And we invite you to consider joining the movement and partnering with us. We are incredibly grateful for your participation in this offering, and we value your presence in our community. We invite you to consider helping us fulfill our mission and expand our reach in one of three ways. Perhaps share our programs and offerings with others who might benefit. You can support our team through your prayers and your presence. And perhaps consider making a tax-deductible donation to support our scholarship funds for behavioral health coaching, our resiliency programs, and our teacher trainings. We work with many active duty military members and their spouses, as well as veterans, those who are recovering from domestic violence, addiction, and other forms of trauma. We thank you in advance for choosing to partner with us in whatever way feels authentic for you. And if you could benefit from our programs, please don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to journey alongside you in whatever ways would be helpful and supportive. We look forward to all that the future holds. For now, I send you with blessings once again. May you be well. May you be at peace. Amen.